Welcome to the Skate of Life, where we'll be talking about Max Robinson. Max Robinson was the first black news anchor. He was born on May 1st, 1939, and he was the second of 4 children. Max also went to school in Richmond, Virginia, where he claims that he experienced segregation. Max went to Armstrong High School, which is also in Virginia. Max went to Oberlin College for journalism, and he also became a freshman class president. While in college trying to figure out a career, Max also served in the United States Air Force. After college, Max continued to gather experience in journalism, which helped him further his career.
Even though it's clearly indicated, you can't. You must try and find out for yourself whether you can. So I went to the station, and there must have been 25, 30, 40 white boys there. And I walk in, and everybody turns and looks at me like, what the hell is he doing here? And I muscled up that, inner courage and tried not to show any nervousness and stood proudly, And I'm called in and I'm auditioned. I was treated kindly. And the guy calls off 5 finalists. And I'm one of them, right? You want to see some dirty stares going out the door? And you want to see a guy smiling back going, good to see you. And I was one of 2 who was picked to work at the station. So I worked, and my ego got the best of me. Sheer vanity. Because for the news, they would put up a sign that said news. I would do the news, no problem. And one day I said, there's a camera sitting there. People in the big time do it that way. And people who know me here, I'm going to get on camera. I did. And they weren't quite ready for color television. I was fired.
Max's early journalism experiences used to be filled with racism. He used to do broadcasting for the station of WTOV with the sign over his face to pretty much cover up that he was a person of color doing their news. Some of these experiences scarred him, which is something you can also hear from his speech of being the first black news anchor.
I had been asked, how did I feel being the first black? And then another person said, aren't you proud to be the first black anchorman? And I said, of course not. Why would I be proud to be the first black anchorman? Why would I be proud of a situation that wasn't good? There's no pride in that. I feel burdened, if you really want to know. I am proud to be a network anchorman.
Burdened?
Yeah.
Why do you say burdened?
Because whenever you are the first, you have to take all of the problems of breaking down the barriers, of getting people to understand certain things that they couldn't have understood because you are the first.
After being fired from the previous station, Max continued to do journalism, either behind the camera or continuing his anchor work. At this time, Max also won 6 awards for his coverage on the riots after MLK's assassination. After building so much experience in journalism, Roone Aldridge soon hired Max to appear on ABC Shy at Road News Tonight.
Max? Across the country, Frank, the city of Cleveland, which has received a $1 million federal grant to beef up police presence in Cleveland's public housing projects, has run into a problem. The city had planned to take half of its 50-man public housing force out of their cars and place them on one-man foot patrols. But the policemen refused, charging that the projects are high-crime areas and foot patrols are too dangerous.
Another important part of Max's career is being a negotiator in the Hafani Muslim massacre. Max negotiated with Hamas Khalis, a Muslim leader who held people hostage downtown in Washington, D.C. to draw attention to his daughter's murder and serious crime that was occurring in Philadelphia. You were asking that those responsible for the deaths, or those who killed your children, be brought to the B'nai B'rith building?
And the ones that killed Malcolm.
And the ones that killed Malcolm.
That's right, I want them.
And you're asking for $750.
I want them and the $750. And be sure you make on the radio that I've turned down millions of dollars. So it's not about the $750. But this dog-ass Judge Brandon, he hold me in contempt of court because I charged at the murderers that murdered my babies. Now what do you think about that? And do you think I'm gonna roll over and play dead? Who do you think I am? Some kind of jokester? I take my faith serious. You think I win all that as a joke? Max, do you?
I understand what you're saying.
All right then.
After the
I'm very serious about my faith.
You have made the,
What about those sharpshooters, brother? They may have moved somewhere else. Keep stacking them, boys. Keep stacking them. Move it. Faster. Make them move faster, Latif. Work them.
Hamas,
Yes.
you talked to the police chief Cullinan a few moments ago.
Yes.
What were your demands of him?
Same thing, Max. I'm through. Alright? Been talking all day, okay?
From 1963 to 1986, Max had 3 marriages. 2 of them ended in regular divorces, 1 of them ended in an annulment. Max also had 3 kids with one and 1 kid with another. Around this time, Max also contracted AIDS. Max was also quite reclusive during this time, but during his last hours, he had one final message, and that final message was to make sure that people continued to fight racism, and that people didn't lose progress that he and many others made. Which leaves the question, what would Max think about today's society? And how would he feel about journalism as it is? The question designed to be answered by Max Robinson.